Hi, George Fasching here with a public service announcement. I have a very important but different to my usual message to you for today. In this particular video, I'd like to share some very concerning hard facts and truths about a issue that really affects everyone on the planet. And by doing a few very simple steps, we can all help and have a huge positive impact for the planet. It is a very sad fact that over 30% of all food is being wasted. So while that is a sad number in its own right, I would like to share a few more stats with you to bring this figure to bear a bit more. Right. So firstly, how many people could we actually feed with the over 30% of food that is currently being wasted? It's an astounding 3 billion people. Now imagine all the people in need that we could help with the food that are being wasted around the world. Astounding. Then let's look at greenhouse gas emissions. So imagine that food waste and all the greenhouse gas emissions that are created over the course of growing the food and distributing it, as well as then also disposing of it, right? So often when we dispose of food waste at home and when restaurants dispose of food waste, it ends up in plastic bags that is being carried over to landfills. So there the food then decomposes in an unnatural environment, and that produces also quite significant greenhouse gas emissions, particularly methane. So if greenhouse gas emissions calculated for food waste were a country, it would actually rank third after China and the USA. So the third largest country if we look at food waste globally and the greenhouse gas emissions it produces. Right. Then let's look at Europe's fishing industry. How much of that fishing that is being done, how much fish do you think is being discarded because it's either not the right size or not the right kind of fish? And it's actually 60%, well over half of all fish fished in Europe is being discarded. And of course, most fish die in the process. So hugely astounding figure. Then let's look at water. Of course, to grow all of this food, there is an astounding amount of water that is required. And how many people's water needs do you think could be met with that water? It's actually the entire planet. 9 billion people's domestic water needs could be satisfied with the water that is used for growing food that is then being wasted. Wow. Right, so I think that's a good overview of some of the really big numbers and really concerning figures. So how can we help? This is actually where it gets pretty easy, right? So firstly, let's order only what we know we can eat when we go out for food. Or then if it does end up being too much, we ask for a baggie or get it packed up so we can take it home with us. Also, we can be more considerate with the types of restaurants that we give our business to. There is an app called Too Good To Go where you can check restaurants, and many of the ones listed also have zero waste targets or are already zero waste establishment, which is fantastic. Also, at home, you can ensure that you eat all your leftovers, and not just from the food that you cook, but also from the produce that is in your fridge or pantry. If you're short for recipes, check out lovefoodhatewaste.com for great inspiration on you just enter your ingredients and it gives you some suggestions of what you can do with them. Also, if you do end up having too much food that you prepared, you can use the Oli app in order to offer it to people in your neighborhood alongside any other items around your house. You can also put those on the app. Then you can, when you buy produce, seek to buy grade 2 or B grade produce. So those are all the fruits, vegetables, and so on that don't look pristine and unnaturally uniform, so that big supermarket chains don't buy them. But of course, they just taste just the same and have the same nutritional value like the A grade ones. Also, quite importantly, be sensible about sell-by dates. These dates that are printed on packaging, they are more for the benefit of the company selling the products to you than they are for your benefit. They want to ensure that they obviously turn around stock more quickly so that they can sell more, and to protect themselves from a legal point of view. Every person has a natural detector for spoiled food already in their body, right? You just take a whiff of the produce, and if your body reacts in disgust, then it's probably not safe to eat anymore, right? So be sensible about it, use your best judgment. Also, you can go gleaning. Many farms are quite happy to give you permission to go into the field after they have done the harvest and collected what they know that they can sell to the supermarkets and distributors, and for you to pick up what is left on the ground, because it's actually too expensive for them to do anything else with them. It would dip into the very little marginalized profit that they make from being able to sell the produce that goes to the supermarkets. And that would be then gleaning. What else you can do is you can help organizations like Feedback Global. It's an organization that I started to support some time ago now. And they are doing fantastic work across all of these different areas that I just mentioned, and especially working with big organizations across the supply chain to eradicate food waste. They are one of the not-for-profit organizations that are part of the 1% for the Planet network, which is a network of not-for-profits as well as businesses and individuals. The businesses and individuals, they offer 1% of the sales or income to not-for-profit organizations. My chosen organization is Feedback Global. I really love the work that they do. Check them out, feedbackglobal.org, for more information on this subject, and also for the opportunity to provide some of your hard-earned funds to a great cause that is doing good for the planet, multi-whammy, covering all of the areas that we covered in this video. So with that, I'd like to close. Thank you so much for your attention, and I really hope that you can share this message with your friends, colleagues, and family, so that together we're gonna make food waste stop. Thank you.